welcome. Hey, and welcome, you guys. I think I got it this time, baby. Usually it'd be a little bit of a delay, but I think we okay, y'all. Um, as you make it in here, please, do all of the things, like the video. Go ahead and comment down on the comment section if you have something to say about this episode in particular, but the whole season as a whole. Subscribe if you haven't already, please. And thank you. Okay. And turn your notifications on because baby, this time changing life be life. And okay, so we got to, get ready. So we, stay ready so we don't have to get ready. So to speak. And the Cash App and Venmo are there for those who would like to partake, y'all. We are here for season 8, episode 13. Love is Blind, baby. The weddings. Okay, the wedding episode, baby. We done made it to the end of the road. Finally, the season has been a struggle. Okay. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today for a wedding. I'm trying to give you a little bit of, wedding guest attire. And hopefully my computer cooperates, y'all. I was having a little technical difficulties earlier. So let's get into the thing, baby. Okay. Episode 13, the weddings. So when the episode opens, oh Lord, hold on. We done already. It's okay. We're not going to stress out. We done already started early, y'all. We done already started early. Oh, and remember, this is all alleged. This is a reality show. Don't come for my neck. I'm just telling you what I saw and also my opinion. So we picked up where we left off. Life going life. My child is home. The folks is cooking and moving and grooving at the timer. Please excuse me, y'all. So they left us with that cliffhanger at Sarah and Ben's wedding. Sarah was supposed to be the one to give us her decision first, and they left us with a ... So when we open, we see Sarah say, I love you so much, but baby, when they start the I love you so much, it's never good. They love you, but it's not a yes. Anything other than a yes is definitely a no. And she's saying to him that she needs a partner that is on the same wavelength so she can't as she should. And she's apologizing to him because, she doesn't want to be misunderstood. Like, yeah, I still love you and I want to stay with you and grow the relationship. And she's like, we'll see. We're going to talk about it, baby. And my kids know. Okay. When I hit you with the we'll see, it's probably going to be a no. So, that's a no. She just didn't want to get into all of that in front of the people. And as she should, because she kind of let this man play in her face. So, I mean, when you're here for the show, Sarah, that's the vibe that you're giving us because we knew from the pods, and you're going to have this conversation in a minute with your mama, with the whole George Floyd thing and your sister being part of the LGBT community. And this man saying, he's not religious, he's faith-based, but he goes to church. It's given conservative and he's full of it, okay? So her mom is like, are you okay? When she's walking away, she's like, the mom asks if she's okay. Her sister in the audience looks, she's trying to hold that face together, but the sister is elated. She's like, I'm okay. Meet me in the back. So they're talking and she's saying, she's just a little sad, she's all right. And she hopes that she didn't make a mistake. Baby girl, you didn't. Okay. Your first move was actually your last move was your best move because we shouldn't have got here. Ben's for the streets. You kind of found that out, but also your views didn't align. And I didn't understand why you would compromise your values in such a way, but it's a TV show. So maybe you just want to make it to the end. Maybe that thing was good. I don't really know what it was, but you stuck beside it and stood on this decision for as long as you possibly could. Her mom is kind of asking, was it the time crunch of it all? I told y'all I could never go on this show for various reasons, but that's one of them. Even if I wasn't in my 40s, even if I didn't have these kids, just this time constraint where we have to get married, I don't think I could do it. And so she's reflecting back to the pods and she's telling her mom and I think her sister that, the whole thing with George Floyd and that happened there and kind of his stance on that. And then the church's stance on the LGBT. She said she went and looked online, which was there was confusion in this because I think some people thought she said she went online and it did seem that their views aligned with it. But what she was saying was that their views were traditional when it came to the LGBT community and, transgender and all of those things. Now, we did see Molly and Lauren in the background. I think we saw Lauren in the background sitting at the ceremony, but we see them there too, and they're kind of talking to Ben about it. And he says he wants a chance to speak to her, and he kind of felt blindsided. And yeah, you kind of did. You kind of didn't stand on business because he should have known. I don't know why you guys ever thought that this was gonna work, but that's just my humble opinion on the outside looking in. It just was never gonna be. So he says that he did not think that the differences were something that they couldn't work through, as you would have by what she gave you. That's what she gave you, so I can understand why he thought that way. He said he kind of did his best with everything. And, his friends, they're his not religious friends and his not religious self, his conservative, and they said a little prayer, right? So we hear kind of Sarah saying that she didn't think it was a good fit and she doesn't want to continue to try. And I don't think she should. Now, before we continue on and get into the next wedding, I'm gonna just take care of this housekeeping right here, because at the end of the episode is when they like to give you like the very final words. So I'm gonna give it to you here, because we're gonna do the last wedding and get into a little bit of gossip and move on. Ben was saying that he fell in love with her. He's still in love with her, and he is devastated. He believes that love is blind, because that's what they do at the end of the episode. Is love blind? He believes love is blind. Sarah says she gave him the benefit of the doubt. You should not have, but you can't date someone for their potential. No. And this was more than potential. I'm just going to get off track a little bit. And I know I'm probably sounding a little repetitive because I've said this in my previous recaps. You cannot compromise your morals and values. Some smaller things, yes, but your morals and values, no. So if your two things that you stood on, well, I would say really one thing, because I don't know if the George Floyd was as big of a deal as she made it to be, but the LGBT things seem very important to you. So I don't know why you gave that any wriggle room. But she says she does believe that love is blind, though they did not get married. And with that, we're going to move on to our next wedding. Next up, y'all, we have Monica and Joey. And I think out the gate, everybody was kind of rooting for them. We thought that they were going to be the couple that got married. And so let's see what happens. So she's excited and nervous at the same time, because she doesn't know what his answer will be. But she says if it's a yes, then it's a yes for her too. That is quite a position to be in at this point, but I understand that is also what we're dealing with when it comes to the experiment. You kind of should reserve that decision for the last minute. And also, I kind of think, I'm 50-50. I kind of feel like you should have made up your mind based upon the evidence, based upon the facts, what you've gotten to know in the pods and what you've gotten to know once you got out into the real world. Because honestly, you should have these conversations. Now we got faith, which is your religion, family, which I think includes how you get along with the family, which is a factor here. And also, do you want kids? How you plan on raising those kids? Finances, okay? And politics. If any of those things are not aligned, I feel like we're not going to make it. So we kind of, get the whole spiel. We'll reflect on their journey from the pods and to now. And these two are just like our goofy, fun couple. Even when they met each other, it was hella awkward. But here we are. So Joey's saying, he got a good workout to bring his nerves down, which he don't really look that anxious to me. But he knows that Monica is anxious. So he and his friends are just kind of, throwing the football around, just real casual. And he says that their core values line up. His friend says that, he appreciates him and that he's a very giving person. So, it kind of seems like they met their match, and it's, it's kind of cool to see. So the lone wolf is getting married. I think either one of Monica, either her sister or her friend kind of said it. And she says, he is like, sorry, y'all, the brain just went, no one that she's ever met, and how he's analytical and he's not very emotional, and that can be challenging. Baby, woo, them love languages and that emotional thing, that could be another one, but I think that's a smaller one that you may be able to fix. The core four that I just gave you is not budging. So she says, she doesn't want to get her hopes up. She kind of manages her expectations. And I think the sister's saying, like, the mom is the same way. Now, her sister says that she's warmed up to him, but she's still skeptical, as she should be. Baby, this sister is a whole mess, okay? Monica, assures her that she knows what's best for her, and I got this, okay? I got this, big dog. I understand you, big sis, but understand that I'm an adult, and I can make the appropriate decisions. And I want you guys to get down in the comments and let me know how you felt about these floral shirts, because Joey Israel, go with the flow. He kind of came in on his longboard. We're going to see him in that doggone longboard again. And they kind of got like these floral Hawaiian shirts. I like it. I mean, I guess for Love is Blind, because this is not like a wedding that you spent, thousands and thousands of dollars on. But you guys let me know how you felt about it. So we finally get to see Joey's mom and his sisters. And I was kind of like, why don't we get this all along? Because I was like, baby, we're not going to meet none of his family. But it seems that the family has met before. His mom is nervous, and she says that this may be the only way he gets married. I was kind of like throwing a side eye to that. He's had his challenges, I guess, in relationships. And his sisters say that they love her. The mom is saying how sweet that Monica is and that she's a good person. And she fits right in with the family. Baby, why didn't they let us see this? I would have loved to see Monica. We saw Monica's family and the fam jam and the pick up the pieces. I won't hit y'all with my instrument again, but we saw all of that. Why didn't we get to see Joey's family? Why didn't we get to see his mom and his sisters interact with Monica? I much would have rather get that than the whole thing we got with Dave and Lauren that drug on just for far too long. And the dad didn't want to be on camera, which is absolutely fine, meeting the mom, but him refusing to let her meet his friends even, or his sister. And honestly, baby, as I've had time to think about it, I feel kind of like Dave was lying on that sister. Y'all can get down in the comments and let me know. I have a person that I know for a fact in my family that used to do this. It's kind of like, I don't want to even say, what's the word that they call it? Hold on, my brain, y'all, my brain. I'm finding it. Projecting. I don't even think it could be a little projection. Like I had a family member that would always be like, oh, so-and-so told me, or this one said, or that one said. And at the end of the day, I had to get old enough to learn after, because I'm kind of a go directly to the source type of person. After going directly to the source one too many times to find out that wasn't the case, that this person was just putting their feelings in somebody else's mouth that they felt like I kind of respected or would listen to more. So I kind of feel like maybe he's not a respected or listened to more. He just needed a fall guy. So I feel like Dave blamed his sister for how he really felt and him not really wanting to be with this woman. But again, we are letting Dave and Lauren get into Monica and Joey. So we're going to move on from it. But I just want you guys to get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Moving along, we get to see his dad also and his stepmom, and the dad sounds like Jerry Seinfeld, at the top of that Wale song when he's like, getting engaged, is not easy and you can never be prepared. And, marriage is hard. It's just funny. Like the advice and everything that the dad gave him was definitely just giving me the vibe. If you guys have heard that song, you let me know if you agree. Okay, taking a quick pause for the cause. So now Monica's mom says it'll be overwhelming, but just kind of focus on his face, feel what you feel, focus on his face, see if you can kind of get a read or a vibe, and we're going to go off of that. So baby, he comes down the aisle on his doggone longboard. Monica, baby, she is about to hyperventilate back there before she came. And I said, baby, that's never a good sign. But judging from what we kind of get as a result, I guess we're going to get into it. So they say their vows. Okay. Now it's time. Monica is up first. Hallelujah. As she should be. And I kind of hated that for her because I wanted to hear what he said first. And I was like, please don't let her say yes and then him say no, because you just hate to see it. So she kind of stutters, and she says, I don't know right now. We're not quite there. And he's like, he's okay with it because, you know, he says he's also not 100%, but they've grown together. And baby, everyone claps as they hug, and Joey addresses the people about what his sister, who's no longer there. His sister has passed on. So we see he has a wheelchair that's sitting there in representation for the sister, and the mom kind of got choked up about it. But, you know, he's kind of saying he sees a ton of good has come from it. So, baby, that's all that we can see. Now, this photo is deceiving because as I'm watching this show, and I kind of had to stop myself, I got this picture you see in the little frame of, you know, where they got their hands up, kind of like, hey, we did it. We got married. And I was like confused because I had got a spoiler ahead of time. So I said, to see if the spoiler is accurate, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to get these photos as I'm watching the episode. I'm going to wait until we at least, I'll do it while we're watching the episode, but I'm going to at least wait till we get the yes or no and then go get the pictures. So they fooled us. They fooled us just a little bit. She says that she did not get the validation that she needed and that she deserves to be chosen. And I say amen. And we kind of saw that this season has been a little overwhelming and a little overwhelmingly boring. And I talked about it a little bit in the last recap when we're talking about, you know, PDAs and just more physical touch and their love languages. But also, I guess he's not been very, very, you know, affirming to her. And you kind of do need that. Like, if you're not going to give it to me now, who am I to think that in the future that I'm going to get it going forward? So when we talk to him, baby, all the revelations are being made after the fact. A lot of stuff that I guess we didn't get to see and talk through kind of sort of we deal with here. He says that he said no because the sister she was a big deal. She was a big factor for both of them. And I said, ooh. Now, we talked about that. He did get a little more stoic and a little more serious when he was talking to her about having to talk to his sister, but I thought we moved past it. And I know he was kind of like a playful and goofy person. And he was kind of telling the sister when they had the second conversation, like, I am very, you know, very smart and very analytical, which Monica did also say. But I guess it did, you know, hit them a little harder, or him in particular than we knew. So he said, you know, he was working on the whole physical affection aspect of it. But he says that she never said, I love you until he got to the altar, which I was like, ooh, dang, that's kind of a lot. But he also does say that he could have given more also. So yeah, I would have liked to see them kind of work through it, stay together, you know, be a couple, if you will. Sorry, I don't know if that got cut off. I was saying, you know, be a couple, if you will. I just wanted to see them, you know, sometimes people, they leave the experiment, they get to the altar, they say no, you know, they hugged it out and walked away and everything seemed okay. So I kind of was hoping that moving forward that they would continue to date, but baby, it don't look like that. So like I said, what we get at the end, I'm gonna give it to you right now because we're not gonna end on a somber note, we're gonna end on a high. So Joey says, you know, he just kind of needs time. He says he doesn't have any, maybe these were almost his exact words, he doesn't have any specific anticipation for the future with Monica at this time, I believe is what at this moment. I was like, ooh, dang, I guess that's a no for them dating going forward, which I hated because I thought that they, you know, got along quite well, but maybe it was just a little surface and they kind of did give more friendship, but still I was just like, yeah, you know. So he's saying that he has to forget his past feelings and kind of like, I guess in the past he's felt like a failure when things like this happen and he doesn't want to feel like a failure. I mean, and you shouldn't, it just didn't work. And that does happen. And he says that he doesn't regret anything. Monica says that she wanted Joey to be her person. She wanted to be married, but she just doesn't know where they go from here. Apparently nowhere. I'm curious to see in the reunion where we end up with, but honestly, I don't really know. I don't foresee these two getting back together just based upon this. You guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think. I know the reunion airs tonight at 9:00. Now, I may lay in my bed and kind of watch it, you know, live and not take any notes as I kind of wind down for the evening. after all the YouTube of it all is done. But you guys probably won't be getting a recap from me. I wanted to give you guys another live. I was looking at Monday, but my Monday's kind of booked with, just this is just a side note, with going to work and coming home and doing dinner. And then also Monday is my, designated, even though it's pre-recorded, Married to Medicine night. So look for a live for me on Tuesday evening for the Love is Blind reunion. But also, as I've told you in the past, keep those notifications on. So we move on to our next wedding, which is our third wedding of Virginia and Devin, y'all. Okay. She is nervous, but she says that she is genuinely emotional type of gal and that she feels confident about their connection. She feels loved and she feels secured. And I love that for her, Virginia and her little baby voice. I love it. Like I said, I think that she just does that. Maybe it's like a defense mechanism, but it kind of, gets your guards down because you can't get real rah-rah when somebody's coming to you smooth and soft. And Virginia is definitely giving us that. So we are revisiting their time in the pod. You know how we do it and the one thing that stuck out to me is her saying that she doesn't really date the nice guys. Okay. And then we get the rest of their journey as we always do up until now. He says that he is happy to marry the love of his life, baby, as you should be. Okay. She is beautiful. She is smart. She is kind, all of the things in her, a baddie and a bit of a meal ticket. Hold on, y'all. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I know sometimes gets the better of y'all. Got to clear the throat and get a little water. Okay. He thinks he hit the jackpot, were his words. I said Ian did. Okay. Like I said, Ian did. Because Virginia got all of that. Okay, baby. She is a prize, I'll say. I hate to say that, like that. But he kind of talks to his family and friends. And I said, where was his other brother when we saw the brother-in-law? Because a lot of people saying the brother's very brown-skinned, like his dad, because, his mom is clear. He's from a biracial family. Shout out to Jesse Wu. But the brother-in-law had a lot to say, and everybody thought that was the brother. No, that was the sister's husband. So now we're getting to see this other brother who looks like he could be a little bit younger. So maybe he was off in college, didn't have, time to come and record at this point, because he definitely wasn't at the house when they met. The dad's got a couple things to say. I said, oh, the daddy talk when the mama's not around. Like, I be quiet when Becky, I didn't realize his mama's name was Becky. Child, when Becky's here, I be quiet. When she leave, I be talking again. Okay, daddy. So, Willie, the Willie of it all. So they're asking Devin if they've argued, like, you guys have had any arguments. He's like, no, but we've had serious conversations, like about politics and prenups, baby. We're going to get into it. What y'all feel about these politics and these prenups? Okay, it was the beginning of the end for Virginia and Devin. So he says that they figured it out and now they can move forward. And his friend says, he's ready. He's ready to do the doggone thing. He's got some nerves, but he's happy. He's excited. She is telling her friends and family that he is a good guy and that he really shows up. Ladies, if he ain't showing up from the beginning, run. Okay, where is my red flags? Here it is. If he is not showing up from the beginning, run, because he ain't never going to show up. But also, I love that her friends are affirming her, as we do. She got lots of Black friends and sisters and mamas and cousins and aunties and uncles, and I love to see this beautiful melanated room. But as they're supporting her, she's saying all these nice things about Devin, which we love her for. Her friends are saying, okay, so you found a you for you. I said, okay, come on, a you for you. So her friends are saying, she said she didn't see him on the wedding day. But her friend said, we saw him, baby, and he is all smiles. Okay, in comes Devin's mama, Becky, and that sister, okay? Because they're going to be up in there, and they're chopping it up. His mom is giving her a hug, which we love to see. The niece was there. I love that she's going to be part of the wedding. And then after they talk to her, they kind of go over to Devin's suite and have a little bit of a conversation with Devin. Like I said, the little girl is too cute. She was eating snacks and everything like that. So the mom is telling him like she's excited to have another daughter, and all of the things. The mom had really warmed up to her, which I wasn't quite sure, because that prenup had that family throw it off. Okay, that family, Devin's family, that conservative family that does not look like they're very high income with that pig, was real thrown off about that prenup. Like they was bawling, shot calling, like Taylor family with the big 2 houses. But anyway, so we finally get to meet Virginia's dad and his stepmom. I said, this daddy like him a brown woman, because Miss Mary is very cute. She's very brown, and his stepmom is brown. I think she had locks. And let me correct it, because Devin's dad's name is Willie, and I had said that I was making the comparisons because Taylor's dad is Daniel, her man is Daniel, and somebody else that I'm forgetting. Devin's dad is Willie. Virginia's dad's name is not Willie. It's Paul. It was Brittany, Britt, B. Dot. Her dad's name was Willie, but they didn't stay together. So I just wanted to correct myself on that. Her mom talks about seeing the connection between Devin and Virginia, and they're holding hands, and it's beautiful. And her dad said he saw it too. So we love to see it. We like to get mommy and daddy, confident on their baby girl. So we see Virginia's aunt, who is also her godmom and the officiant for the wedding. I said, go off. Okay, go off, Black excellence, having your auntie godmommy be the officiant. Hold on a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, y'all. So we back rocking and rolling. So her friends are kind of giving her some kind words, some final words, and everybody's coming up and they're saying they're saying their thing. They're speaking their speech. Shout out to Miss Misha, one by one, and they're giving a hug. One of her friends is like, before you go out, just think about it. We love you. You're the best. All the things, girl. Say a little prayer. Okay, that's what we get. And hopefully say a little prayer. She did. So she comes up the aisle. She looks beautiful. Y'all know what it is. She say her vows, he say her vows, or vice versa. I ain't put the order down. I ain't write none of the vows down this time, okay? I wasn't moved like I was moved in seasons past, while I gave you a little what they said. We gonna get through it. Season 8 was not that season. Season 8 was not that girl, okay? Virginia is tearing up, though, okay, as she's saying these vows. Now, Devin is up first, do you, dearly beloved, do you take this beautiful baddie Virginia to be your lawfully wedded, all the things and da-da-da-da-da. No, he says I do, as he should, and we knew he would, okay? Because how would you say no to Virginia? Now, baby, it's Virginia's turn. And Virginia, she says, in her little whispery voice, I love you so much, baby. What did I tell you before when we was in Sarah? Okay, every season when they start off with, I love you so much. I love you. Anything other than a yes, in my opinion. Although I do think we had one time where somebody gave us a whole soliloquy and speech and then said yes, which I was like, oh, girl, I did not expect that. But, she starts the tears. It's even more crying. She's shaking her head. She's like, I'm just not ready. Ooh, baby. We hear her dad say, what? I wish I got a picture, but I'm not giving y'all like shot for shot. I'm just giving you these beautiful weddings, beautiful couples. The look on her dad's face, her mom's face, the people in the audience, baby, she got that whole thing. I mean, everybody on mute. Okay, it was a mute challenge up in there. He looks crushed, baby. He said, crying. She's standing there for a minute. Okay, you gathered yourself, sir? You cool? Is you cool? And she heads on down the aisle by herself. Okay, but you see her mom and everybody follows. And baby's so cute because his mom was crying. And the little niece that was, the flower girl came down. She leans over to her little pop and she's like, what's happening? I said, oh, baby. But she didn't seem to be upset. She was just generally confused. And his dad is like, oh, she said no. So Virginia's like, I'm sorry. She telling her mama, I'm sorry, baby. Mama gonna be okay. Daddy gonna be okay. Now her dad, gives Devin an apology. He says he's disappointed, and everything like that. And that was very nice of him. But I guess the dad did genuinely like Devin. I feel like the parents didn't have the full perspective, just like the viewers, of what Virginia had actually gone through. He kind of leaves with his mom. And he is the mama was like, why do you come on this show where you're supposed to get married if you're not ready to get married? She's not ready to get married to your son. Okay. Okay. And if you know your son, you should know why. Because we knew why. And you should know why. I can't really honestly say I'm shocked. And I was glad that sis stood on business. Virginia's apologizing to her dad, who's kind of saying, you don't really need to apologize again. She says she loves him. And the dad was like, it was too fast. She's like, yeah. Nah, baby. It wasn't too fast. We get to visit Virginia in her confessional in this beautiful dress we have down here. I had to get this shot because she looked good. I wasn't a fan of this dress, but the dress did look good once we saw everything come together. So, sometimes that sparkles. It picks up the sunlight and everything, and she looks good. Now, she says as a Black woman, she wanted to protect him, baby. And we know she's where George Floyd is. So even just as a whole, Black women, we're going to protect. We're going to protect Black men. And she that's what she had been doing. Now, this is when the truth starts to spill out. She said there were things that he didn't want to discuss, like politics. So there were depths of the relationship that they did not get to. And she's kind of saying the same goes for sex. Ooh, baby, I knew them politics was a big deal. I knew it was a big deal. Now, she about to say that they're not, but I just knew. And I said, ooh, and the sexuals too, girl. I hate that for you. So she says, politics wasn't a deal breaker, but the communication around it was. Yes, but no. But the fact that it seemed like she wanted to discuss it and he didn't really want to discuss it, the way it was handled. Like I said, I knew that was the issue. He didn't want to discuss it on camera, and for obvious reasons. He comes across, even though he's biracial or biracial, okay, like Jessie Boo likes to say, even though he's biracial, he comes across, as does she, or I shouldn't say that because both her dad is very, very, very fair skinned, but she's fully Black. He comes across as a Black man. So as a Black man, as she discussed, her parents are Black. And not being Democrat and being conservative and all of those things, it doesn't really look favorable, especially what we have gone through currently, even though this is like a year ago, but what we went through at the time of the filming will be for them with 45, now 47. It just doesn't come across good for a Black man to not align with his own best interest, I will say. Don't shoot the messenger. Be nice if you want to disagree in the comments. That's just fine. My channel, my opinion. Another thing that Virginia brings up, because we knew the money was going to be an issue, okay? She says his mom said someone gave them a check for the wedding and he never bought it up. So she kind of really wasn't trusting him like that. Baby, mic drop, okay? Mic drop. Y'all get that in the comments and let's talk about it, all right? She said, she knew people would be hurt. She does not regret her decision. But I think she is basically saying like she chose herself. For one, she chose herself. And baby, what a time to be alive, okay? What a time to be alive. And I am glad that she chose herself. I am glad that she said no. I'm glad that she stood on business. While we are 0 for 3, child, we will move on with it. But I also want to bring up, we're going to get into how they felt at the end, like I said, because we're not going to double back to it. But I also just wanted to mention, if you guys have been in the social media streets, you will see that Taylor from last season that married Garrett said that they also discussed and signed a prenup, and she was very, very happy to see them discuss it on TV, as was I, because I feel like, and I've said it before, and I know it's very repetitive, everybody on Love is Blind should have a prenup. Really, everybody should have a prenup, but that kind of gets, sticky with some people. But especially on this show, you don't know these people. So let's leave it what we came with. I think it should be part of the show, as should therapy, but they got to make a show. And I guess, they don't want to pay for a bunch of things and do a bunch of things. So they like, that's on y'all. We're not spending an extra dollar or whatever. But I applaud her, is as she should. Because had they got married, I feel like she definitely would have needed to have that. So like I said, at the end of the episode, Devin says he wouldn't have done anything differently. He a little salty, as he should be, but it is what it is. He said, though they didn't get married, he does believe that love is blind. He can't imagine life without her. He is really hurting. Sir, I guess you are, but I don't really understand why he was so confused. I guess because she was so, I'm going to say docile, just because she gives you that soft voice, that he thought that was going to be able to get her to bend. But even though she gave you, like I said, I think she was just trying to smooth you out. She always stood on business, baby. Okay. Let's not get it confused. Virginia says she feels bad. Devin couldn't count on her. This is what I said earlier, but she put herself first, and that's new for her. Okay. Strange, okay? Excuse my papers. Strange, and clap it up. We are not going to, let me just say this. We are not going to get into, I do have them. We are not going to get into the reunion looks here. I will spare you. I have them. But when we get to the reunion, you know, the reunion don't be really given like that. Even though it looks like it might be a little juicy, we are not going to get into it at the end of this recap. We will talk about the reunion looks on the next live when we actually talk about the reunion. What we are going to get into pertaining to this couple in particular is just a little bit of gossip that's out there in the streets. But let's move on to our last and final couple. Like I said, y'all, we 0 for 3, but now it's time for Taylor and Daniel. So Taylor says, no, last night she was nervous, but she feels loved and she feels secure, baby. That's as you should. If you don't feel loved and secure, don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Please don't do it. Daniel says he woke up feeling nervous and it's an important decision to make, okay? Hallelujah and amen. He says he wants to do the right thing for both of them. Admirable, as you should. We see their journey from him taking a knee on day 1 in the pods till today. Taylor says she's glad she got to know him on the inside first, because they're talking about his looks on the outside. I said, oh, okay, so Taylor, you do like how he looks. And I wonder if she grew to like how he looked, or if she liked him immediately. Because when we got that whole IG drama, part of me was saying, maybe she don't like how this man looks. But she wrote him a letter. It's short, it's sweet, it's very cute. He reads it, you know, he get a little choked up. Taylor says she is ready for this serious part to be done, you know, all the minutia of this, so they can have fun later, okay? They can get have their little snacks, get their little funky 2-step on and do all of the things. So Daniel, he also wrote her a letter that her mom delivers to him. She kind of tears up. There was a bracelet that he gave to her. So he was like, you know, I want you to have this bracelet and carry this bracelet with you all day so you could think of me. I said, oh, it's just how these two are being really thoughtful to each other. You appreciate it, because we thought that Monica and Joey were going to be the couple, but they were the couple. They ended up, you know, lo and behold and lo, shout out to Jesse Wu again, being that unproblematic couple. So I think it was his dad saying, you know, just some very touching words about being thankful for him. And he thinks him and Taylor are a perfect fit for each other now, which is huge, because he was saying he would tell them to wait if he felt like they needed the extra time to grow. But at this point, he thinks where they're at is they're good to go. Sorry, y'all, to mute and unmuted it all. Give your girl 1 good minute. Sorry, y'all. Your girl just had to check her notes and make sure I didn't miss anything, because even though they're not giving us much, I just want to give y'all enough. I want to give y'all the meat and potatoes. Now, one thing I will say, some of the kind words he was saying about Daniel, yet I don't want to get too deep into it because we don't have too much left, y'all. It's not too much left, y'all. His dad was saying that when the sister was born, is the sister's name Rachel? I can't really remember. When the sister was born, we know that the sister is legally blind and everything. So they went through a lot of complications with that because, you know, as a parent, it's just hard to raise, I'm going to air quote it, a normal child, because what really is normal, but a child with no, you know, special needs, as they like to call it. It's hard raising a child without special needs. So they had to, you know, brave that and go through all that. And he says that he loves her very much, because we do. You love your child no matter what the situation is. But he's also saying that when Daniel was born and he was like, you know, perfect, so to speak, there was nothing wrong with him. It was just like a sigh of relief. And he was very, very grateful for him. So I just want to say that. So Taylor is happy that both of her parents get to see her special day. And that's very, you know, it's very heartwarming because her dad had cancer. I believe he's in remission now, but she's just she feels very blessed, to have both of them because everybody doesn't have them, and if that's what she wants, by all means, I believe she should have it. So I'm grateful for that. So we get to the altar, baby. It's a beautiful sight to see. Daniel's sister is singing and playing the piano, baby. She's singing "Wise Men Say," I can't help falling in love with you. We love, 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 love that song. I was getting a little, a little thug tip. So sweet, so sweet. You love to see the family get involved, and it just, it's really great. So they say their vows, and baby Daniel got so excited because he's going off the paper, baby. He got his paper, right? But he's like, I got to say this off the dome. I got a couple words that I want to express and get out. He goes off script. So he says everything right. He finishes out his paper vows, and then Taylor say her vows. And then Taylor is up first. She says, I do. I said, okay, Taylor. I would have thought if we were going to get a no, it would be from Taylor. And then it's Daniel's turn, and they're going to give us a little dramatic pause in music, everything. He says, I absolutely do. So we have our 1 out of 4 couples, baby. At least somebody got married. And who would have thought it would be these two, because they went through that everything was going cool in the pods. Let me say that everything was going cool in the pods. When we got the little IG drama of it all, I didn't even think that they were going to proceed with the show, but, they did. And I guess TMZ got it right. I told you TMZ had spoiled it and said one couple got married. I think it was still married. But I wasn't quite, baby, is somebody knocking on my door? I was not quite sure. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I think somebody was knocking on my door. I cannot be too sure. And that made me lose my train of thought where I was. I'm just happy that these two got married. Like I said, they did well in the pods. I thought the IG thing of it all was going to throw them on, and they wouldn't proceed. But everything has kind of been smooth sailing since then. They were the non-problematic, just easy breezy couple, no drama. That we thought that Monica and Joey were going to be like our one boring couple ends up being them, baby. And I'm just ready to invite myself over for Christmas. Okay. I'm ready to invite myself over for Christmas because the way they love Christmas, your girl loves Christmas like that too. Okay. I'm here for it. So, Taylor and Daniel, we see them at their wedding and they're celebrating with their friends and their family. It's a beautiful little reception. Loved everything about it. They both believe love is blind because that's what we got to go over at the end of the episode. And I gave y'all all what everybody else has said, because what I wasn't going to do is end with this 1 out of 3 beautiful, 1 out of 4 beautiful, happy married situation, and then double back to the drama of the other couples, crying and saying what was going to happen and we're not going to be together, and I feel this way and I feel that way. We weren't going to get into all of that. So they say love is blind. Taylor says it was effortless. I said, come on, effortless. And it, like I said, unproblematic, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl couple. And they said they plan to consummate their marriage. I said, why y'all saying that like y'all ain't been doing nothing? Part of my neighbors, y'all. Why y'all saying like that? Haven't been doing nothing? We know y'all been doing something, or at least that's my belief. So you guys get that in the comments. Let me know what you thought. I know the season was very, dry, toast, no butter, no jam, no nothing. But let me know what you thought of season 8. How did you feel about the couples getting married? Did you guess or, predict that this was what was going to happen? Like I said, I got the spoiler, but I didn't want to spoil it for y'all. And I knew that they had said it was Daniel and Taylor, but I didn't want to say that. So I just kind of left it be for now. Like I said, we're not going to get into the reunion looks. When we do the reunion, we will go through the looks then. But let's get into a little bit of gossip. Let me just pull it up on my phone because I got this. I put this as breaking news. Love is blind. Season 8 here. Okay. So Virginia and Devin, like I said, we got all of the drama behind the scenes. Now we did get a little clip with the preview for the reunion of her saying that the night before they got married, I think, or somewhere close to that, she found a note from his ex on his dresser. Baby, I don't even know what's going on there. But recently, did I delete the thing? Child, did I? Why would I do that? Now I guess I got to try to hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because I had the screenshots. Why would I delete the screenshots? Girl, what do you be doing? You think you know, but you have no idea. Anyway, we're going to get into it. Just give me a minute, y'all. Just give me a minute, Life ain't life if it does not do things like this. So we got that. to selected photos. Let's recover. Let's put them back where they belong. So on IG, all the drama broke out. I can't remember if this was actually the same day that the wedding aired or the next day. But any event, we see this one picture first here with the girl crying, and it says, "Me ugly crying because I thought my girl was going to say yes to a dusty Trumper that had her pay for every single meal the entire time. Hashtag free V, hashtag justice for Virginia." Baby, that was one of Virginia's friends had posted it, and she reposted it in her stories. Okay, because I don't know why we didn't get into the nitty gritty of it during the season, but Virginia said, "I'm not here to play with y'all hoes, and so I'm gonna just let the thing hang out." And I cannot wait for the reunion, okay? Because that outfit he had on, baby, we won't get into it next episode. And then another one, I believe this is another one of her friends. People kept saying it was her. I think this was her friend and not her, or just a yeah, I think it was one of her friends. I was going to say a fan, but it says, "Them fake tears at the altar really pissed me off. I had to rewind 10 times and still didn't find a single drop." Baby, y'all about to make me go back and watch, because I read this and still didn't go back and watch. "I will not be letting up for the next 3 to 5 business days. You tried it. You tried the wrong one." At Dev Buck 3 Buckley, that was his last name. Remember last thing I said he had the basketball and he had the jersey, which why would you get her such a selfish gift? That would have been for like Brittany or B Dot. Like, this girl don't like basketball, but you got her a basketball and jerseys with Team Buckley. I guess you could keep it for yourself when it didn't last, but Buckley was the last name. Anyway, at Dev Buck 3, I guess is his handle, and it says hashtag free V, hashtag justice for Virginia. Her friends is not about to play about her. Her friends is not about to play about her. So hopefully we'll get some more about it on the reunion. Hopefully she'll interview with like Jesse Wu or somebody like that. And we'll get to see it. Not Vial Files, baby. Not Vial Files. Oops, sorry. The girls is girling. And we'll get to hear Miss Virginia's side of the story, okay? Because I am here for it and I need to hear all about it. Okay, I need to hear all about it. We definitely do. Before you guys leave, make sure that you like, comment down there and let me know what you thought about it. Share this videos where you share your videos. Sharing is caring. Anybody that's coming through on the replay, leave a comment, hashtag replay. This will be alive to you guys, and I will get down and comment in the comment section with y'all. Also, help your girl with her goals. YouTube likes to see it. Share this video where you share your videos. Sharing is caring. Please help me get to that 1K by May 31st. It will make the perfect birthday present. I appreciate you guys ever so kindly. I'm glad you could be here with me on this Sunday evening. Check out some of my other videos. Hold on, let me give you guys. Hold on. We got a little traveling music. It's a wedding, y'all. Okay, funky two-step on out the door. Okay, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.